We've come to the end of the first month of 2024. Let's talk about how it went. Hello, fellow geeks, and welcome back to Running Geek Girl. My name is Heather, and I am glad you are here today. At the end of every month, I like to take a look back at how training has gone, look at the race calendar, how far have I gotten in my 2024 miles for the year, and of course, we have our monthly Spotify playlist drops. So let's start off like we always do by talking about how the month in training went. Let's take a look now.
Happy New Year! It is the 1st of January and we are starting on a new training block. For the next 4 weeks, we're going to be rebuilding our base and building up a little bit of strength. And then the next 4 weeks, we are going to be turning our attention more towards half marathon training in time for the Little Rock Half Marathon. So we are starting things off with some easy runs. Today I was supposed to get a strength training session in. Instead, I had to exchange it out for some functional strength training by doing some housework, some lifting there, and squatting repeatedly to pick things up. So we got that in, and now we're going to spend the rest of the week balancing our time between 5K training with the 11-year-old and rebuilding my base. But we're going to add some more strength training in this week. We're going to add some more strength sessions in. So we are going to get right back to where we were in the new year. And we're going to finish things off with a 2-hour long run. About half of that is going to be 5K training again, and then the rest of it just a straight run. So really looking forward to seeing what we can get done this month and building everything back up and getting stronger for the first month of January. So I will catch you guys later after our long run. All right. Back for another week, and I'm having to push off runs until late in the day just to kind of get out of freezing temperatures. But even so, it's been a gamble with the weather because we have had thunderstorms, we have had heavy winds, so finding time to get outside has been getting more and more difficult, which means I may have to move things in to the treadmill before too long. Hoping to not have to do that. Not that I have a problem with the treadmill, it just doesn't track well indoors. I end up getting shorted on the amount of mileage that I'm covering. Kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So the plan for this week is we're still going to fit in some easy runs, a little bit of conditioning, and we're going to do a tempo run. I'm going to have to rearrange my long run probably for Friday because I am doing a convention on Saturday, co-hosting a panel for Northwest Arkansas Comic-Con. So looking forward to that, and there will be a video about that in case you missed it, so I'll have a link. But it's more just sticking to the daily grind, making sure we get things done, and I'm trying not to make my son run and if it is super cold or rain or anything like that because he's not ready to handle those kind of challenges yet. I am really struggling with my sleep schedule, so I'm hoping to get that under control over the next few days. And my diet is slowly getting back on track to where it's supposed to be, so happy with that. But we'll see where we are this time next week. Well, here we are. This is an unexpected treat. We have winter storms here, so this is one of the very few times that we get accumulated snow here in central Arkansas. So this adds just an extra layer of challenge to my runs this week, which I'm totally fine with. You layer up enough and you're going to feel great. So I went out for an easy 45 today. My training plan has me running 6 days with an optional 7th day this week. Mostly just easy runs, a little bit of conditioning, and 1 speed workout, and then a long run. So that's where I'm headed this week, and we're going to see if the roads hold up enough so that I can continue to train outside. And if not, I've always got the treadmill. So as far as conditioning goes, I'm still having trouble easing into that this year, mostly finding the time to do it, but I'm going to focus on some arm workouts just because I really enjoy those. So I think maybe if I consistently do some fun arm workouts, I can get into the habit of doing conditioning. So that's kind of where I'm headed this week. I believe my speed run for the week is going to be a progressive run. So I always kind of enjoy those. So yeah, things are going well, even with the added challenge of the weather outdoors, but I am just strapping on my nice grippy trail shoes and getting out and enjoying it. So that's where we are this week. I will catch up with you after the long run. Hello from my treadmill. That's right, this week we are mostly going to be inside because we have icy rain predicted all week long, so it is just not safe to get out on the roads. So it could be worse. At least I have a treadmill indoors so that I can get my workouts done. And this is the last week of this base building session, so it is pretty much just making sure that I can maintain pace, doing some conditioning. There's an uphill workout, there's a strength workout, there's a speed workout. So we're hitting the end of this here, and then we're gonna move on into half marathon training. Looking back at last week, I did end up having to do my long run on the treadmill as well, just because it was super slippery outside, so had to come indoors. So I wasn't able to go as far as I wanted because my treadmill always shorts me on the distance that I cover over the same amount of time. So I still was able to put in a 10K, and I feel good about that. And it's probably going to be the same this weekend. The only difference is it wants me to do my long run mostly on an uphill incline. So that's going to be something a little different. So we have made it through this entire base building set. I'm looking forward to seeing what is coming up next as we gear towards the Little Rock Half Marathon. But I will catch up with you again after this week's long uphill run. And here we are for the last few days of January, and what a difference a week has made. So we went from a little bit warm to icy and freezing to getting a month's worth of rain in just a few days. And now here we are back to a weird swing between 30 degrees in the morning and 60 degrees in the afternoon. So it's been a little bit wild. As of the end of last week, I ended my base building training plan with a hour-and-a-half long run that included 40 minutes of hill repeats. And now I have a week of just doing whatever until my 4-week half marathon training plan kicks in. So I am just kind of repeating some of my favorite workouts from the past, some speed, some hills, some easy runs. So just kind of enjoying figuring out what to do with myself for a week. And since the weather has been a little more agreeable, as long as it's not raining and it is not freezing, then we have picked up 5K training again with the kiddo. So that's been fun. Been having some fun talks. He and I are both reading a book series together and discussing it. So it's been really, really fun. Overall, I feel like this has been a solid session of getting back into running shape, and I'm ready to start shifting my focus to half marathons. So let's take it back inside and just talk a little bit about the month.
And there you go. So as you can see, this has been mostly a month of just kind of making sure that I can still get through a run and be on my best game to go into half marathon training. So half marathon should not be a hard thing for me. It's what I did for the majority of last year, and then of course the ultra marathon training towards the end of the year, then rebuilding after that. So now it's just, can I still get through it? I will admit that I have not done anything over a 10-mile run since I have done the ultra marathons. So that is a little bit of a concern, but I believe that's going to be addressed over the next month or so. And I do believe I still have it in me to be able to push through a half marathon finish time. It may not be the fastest that I'm going to be, but I still believe that I can get through it. The half marathons that I do have coming up on my calendar are going to be a little bit more of a social thing. I'm not going to be running these for time. I'm just going to go to enjoy the whole process, being around people and looking at all the sights that I'm going to be able to see. So I am looking forward to that. One of my big concerns after training for the last couple of months and just making sure that I can rebuild to where I need to be is that I just don't have as much energy as I did at this point about a year or so ago. I'm not sure what the problem there is. I've been looking at my sleep, I've been looking at my nutrition, and honestly, I don't really see a huge difference in what I was doing before as to what I'm doing now. So I really need to kind of focus a little bit more on that over the next month and figure out, where is this energy sap? Where is it that I am losing energy over the course of a day? Because I've been dragging myself through a lot of workouts and I don't want to feel like I'm dragging myself. I don't know if it's maybe the weather, but it just feels like a slog to kind of get through anything. And I really want that to kind of stop. So I'm going to be spending a lot of time over the next month trying to figure out where is it that I am losing energy and how can I correct that. But as far as what is coming up for me on the race calendar, if you look here, these are the races that I have set up for the next couple of months. As you can see, I have 2 in quick succession and then not a whole lot planned after that, really. So I still am keeping my eyes open for what I think are going to be interesting opportunities, things that I can add to my 50 states list, but are going to be a good experience for me. And I may repeat some of the races that I did over the last year or so. We'll just have to see where we are, and just kind of what catches my eye. If you have suggestions of things that you would like to see me at, then make sure that you leave those in the comments below. And if you are going to be at any of the races that I have coming up on the race calendar, then please let me know. I would love to meet up with you. As far as mini reviews of things that I have tried out over the last month, then I do have these right here. These are some frozen ones that I am thawing out, but these are the homemade watermelon chews that I made for myself, and I've come up with a few more recipes that I want to try for different flavors of these. So these have been working well for me. I'm going to have a link up here to the video where I show you how to make those if you would like to try those out for yourself. I've also tried out this right here. Every once in a while, Tailwind comes up with a fun limited edition flavor. Last year they did DeWalter melon, and I love that one. This is a recovery one, and this one is chocolate and mint, and I have really been enjoying these. I've been trying to kind of up my protein and work on my recovery game since I have been low in energy. So this is one that has really come in handy, and sometimes these become permanent fixtures in their lineup. It happened with salted caramel recovery, which I am absolutely infatuated with. So maybe they'll do this one as well. This one's kind of nice. It's got an interesting mint aftertaste to it that's I don't know how to quite describe it. So if you're not into kind of an aftertaste, then this may not be the one for you. But if you're just looking for something refreshing, and this works well as a hot chocolate after a cold run, I really loved doing that for this. So make sure that you check these out on the Tailwind website before they sell out. As for my yearly goal of running the year, and that is running the number of miles as there is in the year. So this year it's going to be 2024 miles. As of the recording of this video, I am at 165.08 miles. So we've got a good start. I really think that I can pick things up a little bit. And I think as I get more into half marathon training and doing more races, that I'll be adding some more miles a little bit more quickly. But that gets us caught up with everything that has happened over the month of January. I really hope that your month of training is going well. And it's time to do one of my favorite monthly things, and that is dropping a new Spotify playlist. And so if you need something to listen to while you're going out on a short run, here's about 10 or so songs, usually centered around a theme. You can access that in the description below. This month, obviously, since it's February coming up, we're going to have a Valentine theme. If you would like to have something new to listen to, maybe you're looking for some new tracks to add to your own playlist, then be sure to check that out. Be sure to also take a look at Welcome to the Geek Den. This is a running playlist put together by the viewers of this channel. If you have anything that you would like to add to the playlist, make sure that you drop those in the comments below and I will make sure it gets added. There's also going to be a link to all of the tracks that have been put on playlists for the entire year of 2024. So lots of stuff to listen to. That's going to be in the description as well. So there you go. Just a quick look at how January has gone. Let me know how your training is going as well, because I really do want to know what are some races that you have coming up. Just let me know down in the comments below. And while you're in the comments, make sure that you have clicked the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it keeps you up to date on all the running adventures I'm having all the time. You could also give this video a big thumbs up. Both of those get me out to more runners just like you. Don't forget, you can follow me on social media. All the links are down in the description. You can find me across all platforms under the name Running Geek Girl. Thanks so much for being here with me for another month. I am so glad you are here. Remember to laugh hard, run fast, and be kind. I will see you later.